We, we did have the idea that we wanted it to be a little bit more literate, a bit more engaging for the mind as well as the body.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. I mean, I guess more welcome back to me, but welcome back to you as well. Welcome back to gaming. Let me update my title here. We're gonna get back into that Halo Infinite campaign. Oh, wallpaper? Kirby's having a bad day. Kirby inhaled the wrong person. I haven't launched the Xbox app in a while, so I'm a little afraid that there's an update. But it's not updating. What I found is that if a game needs to be updated, it'll let you launch it, but nothing will work. Like it'll launch just fine. It'll seem to these dots or what have me a little confused, but you know what? Let's click on this and see what happens. Let's just click on it and see what happens. Also, this may not be the campaign. This might be the multiplayer, even though it just says Halo Infinite. Or I guess if it's normal Halo, it'll launch to a menu and then I'll pick campaign or multiplayer. We'll see. Master Chief works in mysterious ways. One thing I've learned. No campaign and multiplayer single package? I thought I had to download them separately. But yeah, like there we go. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. I just did that fight in like that wreck with the two guys, the brothers, the leveled up brutes basically. So I'm not super far, or I am, but I honestly have no clue how far that is through the campaign. Nor do I know how long the campaign is. I don't necessarily feel the strongest pull to go around in the open world and like do all the little mini-map objectives, because they don't seem super tightly designed.
Look at the spire.
Okay.
It's so new, evolved, different.
Oh, it looks like Halo to me.
Like the last one.
And you're sure this is the one?
It's acting as the command spire, coordinating the repair operation.
Can you shut it down?
Hopefully. We just need to look for a door.
Not visually too. No. Okay, we're good. Looked a little wobbly for a second. There are a few neat caves. Okay. Like me a neat cave. Cave's nothing to laugh at. Visualizing tack map. Alright, I guess I go this way. Can I buy a thing? I cannot buy a thing. Why does this have a little dealie if I have no cores? Why is there a dealie there? Oh, because I guess I got a new ability? I'm gonna have to remember the buttons in this game. This game has wacky buttons. Keep swapping your gear. Never stop, never swapping. Never stop, always swapping. Stuck on the last boss? Yeah, it sounds like the last boss is a bit of a nutter. Man. At least now there's something. There's something that lets you move a little bit faster. Because man, crossing open ground and like combat evolved.
Search the area under
so
the spire.
long.
There should be a way in.
Master Chief with his big old stompy robot legs. They could have made the map really big on a single island, but I like the size and design. It's not really open world, is it? That's what I'm realizing, is they have you moving through like maps, sections. I guess this piece has been the kind of the biggest single area. But like this is thing, this is a separate thing, this is a separate thing. It's like how God of War 2018 was open world. Yeah, except you could move between those with the boat whenever you wanted. I don't know if you can do that in this game. Maybe you can. Is there a way to go back to those areas? Maybe if you... Oh, there is a way. Okay. Alright, yeah, in that regard. Although, the boat let you, like... There were, like, smaller... I guess that's what the caves are. The caves I haven't found. There we go. More of a hub with side quests? Yeah. Which is like, I guess they sort of mimic like open world mechanics by having the FOB, and the more areas you take over, the more goodies you can spawn. But it's a pretty far cry from other games that maybe. What's the switch gun button? Q. There we go. That's a pretty far cry from actual open world mechanics, but whatever. Whatever. I guess I was expecting something a little more transformative with it going to an open world setup. I guess big air quotes. Big air quotes on the open world still. But at least the environments are way bigger than they have been in like Halo 4 or 5.
Okay.
Or 2 or 3 for that matter. Really, it's just the one level in Halo 1 that has that it kind of established
Is there a problem?
I don't think so.
people's expectations of Halo being open.
Okay, there might be a problem. Something, and I think we know who, has modified the sequencing needed to access the spires.
Plan B.
Really?
Not a bad thing. I find open world boils down to time wasting in a lot of games. You're right, Dirty Scotsman. I agree. I think rather than just have open world for the sake of open world, they made the right call by making the environments as big as they needed to be meaningful.
Those beacons are part of a ring-wide communications network. They can adapt to any frequency.
I feel like Halo CE more established a mix of open and linear map design.
Really. Get me
I guess there was the other map where you land on the beach and then go into a...
Should.
I'm making this up as I go along.
And go into it, but like right now the illusion of open world is you can get there however you want, but you can't. You have to go around here because there's a big gap. I might be able to... Can I summon... I don't think there's like an FOB place to summon any vehicles or anything, so... It's like... I mean, I have to go... There's not really... It's just go this way, then go that way. And I guess they give you things you can choose to do along the way. Okay, there's an FOB there. So, maybe I can summon something. I don't want a Hydra, I want a Ghost. Banshee, whatever those things are called. You can steal one of those and fly? Yeah, that's what I want to do. That is clearly why these are here. That's the other option. And at least it's there. At least it's there. Oh, little flip. Little flip. Alright. We're going on Easy Street now. Press the swap button to switch to bombs. Ooh.
I'm sorry about back there. I didn't want to roll, but I couldn't say.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Why can't I can't swap back?
There,
Won't let me swap back. I'm stuck on bombs.
hiding, trying to keep out
Oh,
of the way.
Mouse wheel works.
What did you do?
Okay.
What was your purpose?
Purpose.
Halo with its buttons.
I worked in engineering.
Oh wait, I think it's a different bind for vehicles than it is for on-foot weapons. Maybe that's
I
why.
just wanted to
I
help.
swear Q worked the first time, but
Couldn't
then
even do that.
then
It's
it's
over
mouse wheel.
now.
Whatever.
Once I heard Chief was down, I knew we'd lost. I had to run. I had to. I found this pelican and just went. I'm sorry. I never looked back. And then, I was on my own.
Not anymore.
You don't know how good that feels.
So just because Chief got beat up, he thought the entire human race was gone? It was a little premature. Has near deity status for humanity. But there are like tons of other Spartans, right? But I guess Chief has done the most. I'm never a big fan when like characters in universe are as popular as they are out of universe, because I always feel like that's always like, uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Nope, he hit me again. Ugh. I feel like it always tees up a scene where like a character, fangirl, fanboy, fan persons at an in-game character, and that is the worst thing that can ever happen in any narrative. When the distinction between us, the viewers, and our visibility on things, but is collated with characters in universe and what they know. When it's sort of like every character in the universe has played all the Halo games. You know? A lot of Halo 3 lore propped up Master Chief as the savior of humanity, basically. Really? Jeez, okay. Can't get enough of that Halo game. Did you say they did that in the Doom Eternal DLC? Yeah, they did. That's true. Intern is basically that character. Good miss, good miss. 2 misses, 3 misses, 4 misses, 5 misses, 6. Alright, I guess I was too far away. Thought that was gonna be cool. Then just jump out and grapple. Oh, I gotta check that. Alright. Is this legendary? No. I don't. Halo's not fun on legendary. It's just not. Sorry. It's not a fun game. Regenerating shields on legendary and like it's just not good. It's something to do after you've beaten the campaign 3 or 4 times, but I don't know that I've ever had fun playing Halo on Legendary. Legendary co-op? Yeah, Legendary co-op is more fun. But man, by yourself, you're just hiding behind a shelf the whole time. Like, peeking out behind a rock just a teeny tiny amount. Shooting something, you take a... Like, when you get hit, that means the game stops for like 30 seconds. And that's the game, and I'm just like... I don't like mechanics that encourage you to not play or not do things.
No humans anywhere.
No, the game does not have co-op yet. Just don't get hit. not really possible in Halo. I guess. Like, movement, you can't move fast enough to not get shot. This music is dope, though. Why are the turrets shielded? Why do this? Tactically superior, yes. Just a giant pain in the ass otherwise. My biggest gripe is the near aimbot level of accuracy the enemies have sometimes from a ridiculous distance. Yeah, it's not... It gets to the point where you just have to memorize where the enemies are, which enemies there are. That's, like, to some degree, knowing encounters is important in any shooter, but... I don't know, again, my gripe is just, like, game mechanics that encourage or enforce passivity. Never been about that. Those little blingy belongs, the synth hits kind of remind me of FTL, which is a very good thing. You are. Yeah, Scotsman, I agree. Heroic is like, it punishes you for being wrong, but it doesn't make you move at a snail's pace. And I've always felt that Halo was already slow. So when you play on Legendary, you gotta just tiptoe forward. Somebody else in that damn turret. Yeah, Joe, we were agreeing. We were agreeing with each other. We are in agreement.
He's not here.
I will say that maybe on Legendary, doing all the side stuff is, oh boy, is a lot more valuable. I imagine like you have to get upgrades much sooner. Not allowed to just sort of deal it out. Oh, that's fun. Little weapon cache in the back. What's weird for a game that requires taking cover, there aren't really like cover mechanics. You just have to crouch, which I guess is fine. Oh, it's the turret. But I guess cover mechanics in a first-person shooter are always a little awkward. Really wanted though. Ah!
Break your neck! The Spartan is dead!
I didn't see him. Did all the side quests, but I'm missing some Spartan cores. I did the bases and targets and stuff?
Cowards!
There is. I mean, there's the Halo eyes. There's Chief Vision. A button that I can't remember. There it is. So there's got to be some cores that aren't in like optional bases. They're just kind of around, maybe. Love the gameplay. Was not thrilled with the story. Huh. I don't know. I have Halo 3 from a campaign sense had like a pretty fun story experience because it was just like non-stop set pieces basically. I guess there, in that regard, there wasn't just like tons of story to be had. It was mostly just like having Cortana go rampant on you. In that like when you're walking through the guts level or whatever the heck that was. But I can't, like, Reach had a really good story. That's like the only Halo game that actually had a fun... ODSTs was alright, but most Halo games don't really deliver in the story department, right? Am I wrong about that? The best parts of... Oop. The best parts of Halo's story happen outside the games. Because, like, Reach actually had characters and kind of a beginning, middle, and an end. Man, oh.
That was easy.
Outside the game, I guess, is just... I feel like it's the context of the Spartans, how they were made, the interesting questions that brings. There's some fun sci-fi in the Halo universe, but the games themselves don't really explore that very much. Which, I don't know that they should, to be honest. It doesn't make sense in context. Like, Master Chief is not the person to ask philosophical questions about how far you can go to save the human race. He'll just grunt at you and then kill more aliens.
Something has been found. Something that should not exist, yet does. I believed that the Flood represented our ultimate test. Our greatest victory. Perhaps I was wrong in my assumptions. To my dismay, it seems we have a new problem. I must investigate more before I bring this to the attention of the Council.
I'm not even sure, like, it feels like nothing was said during that audio log. It was just kind of stuff. Ah, there's a problem. But is it a problem? I must investigate more. Halo 1 through 3 was the ultimate male fantasy storytelling. You are Master Chief, the hero. You're trying to save humanity. It's simple but effective. Yeah. And it's the same archetype as every other doodly shooter.
Okay, let's do this.
RoboCop versus aliens.
You know, this might actually work.
Thank you for the sub-digital tears.
Or maybe
Oh, Regimai, no. Bruce and I quit,
can't construct
or
the sequence.
quit Rooster
Well,
Teeth in
not all of it.
2019.
I don't have enough data.
Then we get some more.
So it's been a while. Bruce left about 6 months before pandemic. I left like 2 months before pandemic, so. Hit it. Tower, that's it. So we haven't been there in a while, but they got a new lineup. That's pretty killer. Charlotte and Patrick are some of my most favorite people. I've hung out with Mondo a few times. He's really fucking funny, so I should check it out. So let's see.
You got family, Chief? Anyone special out there?
No,
Then why do you do this? Again and again.
it's all I know.
What about you? Do you have anyone out there?
No,
Oh yeah, Ryan? Man.
not anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's just been...
Ryan is a mad genius.
Anyone's even asked me something like that.
It's gonna be okay. We're with the Master Chief. He'll make it
Oy,
okay.
Shut up.
Won't you?
That's fun though. Don't need a video game to slob a knob as much. Master Chief will save us. Sounds like Doom. I guess there's that one doctor There's like one or two audio logs where somebody does put the hope of humanity on the Doomslayer. But most of the time the Doomslayer's out murdering aliens, not like wasting time talking to people. It's not like Master Chief chose this either. So, let's just move it on. Oh shit. Let's see. Well, looks like I'm hoofing it. I was hoping there'd be like a FOB I could take over. This is this way, right? Yes. That's neat. Little checkpoint you have to go through. Little mini level. What are those things? The neat thing we saw about Reach that we never saw before was civilians being affected by the war with the Covenant. Running through a burning metropolis and saving humans from Covenant was really sobering. Yeah, Reach was odd. Halo always had a really goofy sensibility, I feel like. It was always big and pulpy and dumb. Reach was deadly serious though. Kind of odd. I feel like sometimes it has that tonal inconsistency that Star Wars can have, where sometimes it's as serious as attack and it's about war and sacrifice and hope and love and all this. But then George Lucas puts in like a big farty alien that farts a lot, and they put him next to another like a head bonking robot that keeps bonking him on the head, and every time he gets bonked on the head he farts real loud. And George Lucas is like, beautiful.
Security controls are in the gatehouses up ahead. Let's kick in some doors.
Could he fart more, please? We'll make a special edition in 20 years where the alien farts extra loud. Yeah. Jar Jar stepping doo-doo. Gotta put the meat in seats, man. That's what people came to see. They came to see Jar Jar stepping in shit. We. What's crazy is like if you ostensibly, right, the prequels are the most George Lucas Star Wars out of all of them. And they kind of tell the craziest and best story. But it's not necessarily what's said on screen in dialogue. It's all kind of like Halo. The cool story about the prequels is all the things that happens off screen and between movies. The orchestration of like Palpatine taking over the galaxy. It's evil as fuck and really smart and really cool. And only like little bits of it happen on screen. Because you're seeing the story from the perspective of individuals on the ground, which is kind of neat. Kind of the same deal with Halo, really. You see a lot of it from Master Chief's perspective, and he's not privy to all the big motions of the plot. He's just there, snapping alien necks one at a time. It's not a switch. Just gotta go over it, I guess? Alright, do that. I'm Master Chief. I'm Master Chief. George Lucas can come up with a general outline of a cool story, sucks at directing and script. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard anecdotal things about his directing. And I think the tonally uneven performances of the prequels is a pretty good indication of that. But I don't know. I think he might be a better writer than people give him credit for. Just because I didn't need to see Jar Jar stepping in poop doesn't mean that the like 4-year-old watching episode 1 for the first time, like, they need a little something too. How else are they going to become lifelong Star Wars fans? Master Chief has both mommy and daddy issues, which really shines through when he's snapping through the enemy lines. Yeah, Grimy. So you hit on one of the more interesting elements of Halo, is like, well, I kind of rambled about this before, but there's an Oedipus streak in Halo a mile wide. I think it wasn't necessarily intentional before it left Bungie, and then I think 343 started to be like, okay, we can like make this plot, but I honestly think a lot of it was originally just like, this is a male fantasy game, so we got to give you a, we got to ratchet up the tits on Cortana, give you a like a hot little hologram secretary. Cortana wasn't that hot in Combat Evolved though. But the fact that she's based on Halsey, which is kind of a mother figure for Chief. You have a shield, bro? What are you doing on there? Can I grapple to that and take it over? That'd be neat. Oh, I can't pilot those. Yeah, Abyss. I'm up to date on the main story quest in 14. I haven't done Pandemonium, but due to streamer advantage, I was able to clear Hydaelyn and Zodiark EX, which was really fun. And by that I mean there was a very kind and generous Final Fantasy XIV Super Pro who walked me through all the mechanics. Sometimes very literally, Zodiark was basically like, just stay on me, and kind of like let me sleepwalk through a lot of the mechanics. Wanted to see your reaction to a certain Xenos scene, like way at the end. It was okay. I'm honestly not the biggest Xenos fan. I think most narratives do need like a character that's just evil, just kind of nonsensically evil. That's fun to just have like something you don't have to feel bad about, like an enemy you don't have to humanize. Oh, the one when he talks to Julius? That's a cool little speech. Or he basically like states his motivations. When I was a dumbass 9-year-old, I loved episode 1. When I was a dumbass 32-year-old, I loved episode 9. I have bad taste. But they are fun if you want them to be. I'm okay with that. It's fun to just have fun sometimes. Firefly, I couldn't agree more. I think it's fun to approach those movies from an intellectual basis because clearly so much thought is put into their creation and craft. But you don't have to. You can just be like, this is like lasers go zap. That can be enough. It's fine.
Kill everyone.
I haven't seen episode 9 again. I want to though. I do, I think. I probably won't as soon as I start watching it.
UNSC sending the big guns for little old me? I'm flattered.
Let's move, Marines!
Gotcha.
Space is fucking cool, even when it's dumb. Yeah, that's one of the things that I appreciated about Bungie's approach to doing Destiny. Is they almost at all points try to remind you that they're not going to give you traditional payoff to the plot. And that way they never write themselves into a corner. If the entire thing is dumb, then you won't be able to tell when things are like intentionally dumb, if that makes any sense. When I was producing more content at Funhouse, that was always my approach. Just like, if I make this stupid looking on purpose, then people like it'll more accurately gel with the fact that I have no budget and no time and no crew. So if I establish the tone as being that, then everything else kind of flows with it. So I really like that. Even from the early days, Bungie signaled to the audience over and over, you shouldn't care about the lore. You can, and if you do, we're also going to make it arcane and difficult. Oh! Yep. You have to shut down the whole base before that door unlocks. What door? This door? lore on the other side of that door. That's a lore door. What? Dude chilling in there. So, like, it's timed? If you clear the base fast enough, then the door won't be locked? Is that what you're saying? Remember Destiny 1? Yeah. Yeah. It's been really wonderful to see Bungie kind of hit their stride with Destiny. It's weird that it's called Destiny 2. I was thinking about that. I was like, well, there probably won't be a Destiny 3, right? They're just going to keep expanding Destiny 2. But it's going to be called Destiny 2 forever. Unless they just take the number off at some point. Oh, EverQuest 2 was sort of like that? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. EverQuest 2 ran for a long time. I guess technically Final Fantasy XIV. Although even from the drop, that was kind of understood to be its own thing. Every numbered Final Fantasy is sort of like that. It's an anthology, and if it sells well enough, it's a series. From the top? What's going on here? Oh! That's not gonna do it. Destiny should be followed by Destin F. Oh. Oh my god. Geriatricus. Excellent, excellent Twitch chat message you just sent. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, I see. I have to hit the two thingies to open it. Wait, no. That opens those two thingies. Qua? Those doors open when I kill all the... Kill all the mans? Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, they're just switches around that open them. Playing in the 30th anniversary content.
This place continues to confound us, brothers. Scouts of the Great Spine have confirmed that the ring's efforts to repair itself are well underway. One thing is certain. We need only slow the demon down long enough for this mighty ring to be whole once more, and ours to control. He must be the focus of our forces. When the Spartan is dead, and he will die, there will be nothing left to stand in our way.
The first gate is down. 2 to go.
We're right behind you.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm with you.
Wait, I wonder if I can take that Banshee. Imagine a Brute leaving a voice memo.
Okay, Google. Record a message. Kill the Spartan.
Beep boop. Begin recording at any moment.
Goddamn.
I have to shoot it? I have to shoot it, I bet. Bum. There we go. Rather to put in an air dash, which would be cool, and then thought it needed to be on a long cooldown that makes it useless. Yes, I agree. I wonder if they did that and they were like, oh wait, this is just becoming a really slow Doom Eternal, which that's what it is. But maybe they were like, I can't have people dashing and grappling all over the place. It's violent kicking up though. Boink. I agree though. I used the dash a little bit in combat, and then I went to use it again, and the cooldown wasn't up, and I was like, why? Why even have it then? If you get like one dash every 25, 30 seconds? That's true, I haven't upgraded it. For Sant, that's a good point. Good point. Good point. I can't be out here getting persnickety about Haler. I haven't given it a chance to shine. I still think it's weird that door's closed. You don't hear a lot of piano in game scores. You don't hear a lot of Halo sounds in other game scores. Marty O'Donnell kind of set the tone with the drums, though. I am such a fan of like big percussion. Big percussion's taking over the industry. Halo's in the pocket of big percussion. Do I know how to do tricks in the Banshee? Maybe. Maybe I do. Do a little flip or two. It's weird that they don't show you the switches when you're in the Banshee. That's weird. You have to be on the ground.
Teams are running some serious guerrilla ops on those Banished convoys. Spartan Griffin suggested I pass this intel along. We're seeing a significant increase in traffic at the Banished outpost near the trench. And, by the way, significant means huge. We think it has to do with the ring's spine. Maybe it's research. Maybe Eshrom's gonna try to patch this thing up. It's not yet clear. But at any rate, if you and your team wanted to hit the Banished where it really hurts, the convoys are bunching up on the other side of the trench, moving slow. Easy targets for an ace like Kavan.
I feel like that entire audio log was there just to name drop Kovan, whoever that is. Like, I want to dash, but I'm gonna have to hit 2 buttons. Dash. Why? Would it be unfair on PC? Would it be unfair to just have every piece of gear be its own button? Would that be an unfair advantage? It's the campaign, so it doesn't matter. Just do it in the campaign. I shouldn't complain. It's on PC at all, and that's unique. It would make sense. Sure would. Please make that a thing. It would make the game a lot more fun to be able to just like boop, 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 like hit all your fire one proximity sensor with one button hit. Then you're dashing and throwing down shields, and you can do it all by slapping a lot of buttons, but it's twice as many button presses. I don't know. I whined about this last time. I don't need to do it again. You have the grapple slam unlocked yet? I don't think so. Yeah, multiplayer lets you have one equipment at a time, so it's the equipment button. I get how that mentally maps to campaign, about how you swap out what's equipped and then you use the equipment button. But holy cow. Holy moly. Holding melee while grappling. Oh, you have to hold melee. Alright. Halo's always had a lot of buttons. The fact that you have to, like, toggle between grenade types and then throw the button, the grenade with the button, grenade, whatever. That's fine. Halo's fine. Halo's fine and fun. Phil Spencer is my close personal friend. Yeah, you can't grapple it. God, you cowards. Dr. Zoidberg, thanks for the prime. I'm dying a lot. I'm being loose and wacky. Oh, look at this cave we got here. What's this cave we got? Oh. Okay. Cave goes over here. Terrible throw. What are you shooting at there, pal? Just squirting off some rounds. Get the practice in. Yeah, I think pretty sure I have that skull turned on. The one where they say more wacky stuff.
Now we have a proper hunt. Yeah, and now it ends.
What? Oh. Right. That was pretty effective camo there. I thought it was a glitch. I was like, there must be someone stuck in the wall. I got tricked. They got me. They got me.
The gates are down, but if we really want to shut this checkpoint down, we need something a little more permanent. Got it. The primary power source is a generator. It's in a structure on the cliffside above.
Oh. Now they're gonna open that door. Yeah, now I can get in that lore. That grapple is delightful though. It's so the like physics on it is so pleasing. Ooh. All right.
The Song of War still stands.
Yeah, active camo is shockingly good. It used I remember in Combat Evolved it was pretty rough. Wait, where is he now? Oh, there you are. Oh, is that me?
It is starting! Praise now, Hunter! Here, run!
Oh, what? Aw. Using melee. I thought using melee with the blade sword, energy blade, wouldn't consume energy, but it does. All right, this time for real. This time for real. This one's real. This is the real one. Oops. No, I'm gonna figure this out. Nope. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, this one's for real. Forgot how fucking long it takes to pull that sword out. Got confused by the many fucking buttons and the infinite variety of orbs that can come out of Chief. How many orbs does this man have? He's got a proximity sensor. He's got... Does that count as an orb? No, we'll say no. What? Can you not lock onto... Can you not do a dash strike against somebody who's... cloaked? Can you not do the lock on, like... dash thingy? Yeah. So let's see. Back to orb counting. This is an orb. And I guess really technically, there are two grenades that are shaped like sticks, but he's got a frag grenade and a plasma grenade that are both solidly orbs. So I'm gonna say Chief has 3 orbs. Some of the guns shoot orbs, so maybe 4 or 5, which is honestly like a really high score for any game, any main game character. Chief is very well equipped with orb.
Lived in the shadow of throne-bound treachery. But today, we are offered the chance to achieve what the prophets and all of the Covenant could not. Humanity's last champion has we speak, he marches amongst us. The demon hopes to deny us our destiny. See to it that his hope is extinguished.
They said the word. The other game.
To the galaxy, that at the end of all things, only the banished remain.
So is there a reason the Banished are such a big deal now? Why did they get so scary? I guess because they found a Halo. Halo Wars? I know that the story of the Banished is told in those games. I thought, when does Halo Wars occur in the... Like, when chronologically does Halo Wars happen? Because the Halo 5 enemy was bad.
UNSC can move freely across this part of the
Protheans,
for the first time in months.
Prometheans, Parathians.
Just lost some Long Hill territory. And you took it single-handedly, Chief.
Listen,
if
in the-
Escharum wasn't worried before,
in the
sure is a good
mid-2010s,
reason to start.
all sci-fi had to be like white glossy paneled because people liked iPads a lot. Halo Wars 2 is between 5 and this. Oh really? It's that far in advance, huh? I thought Halo Wars came out like a long time before Halo 5.
We'll need more data to reconstruct the Forerunner sequence. Let's find the remaining beacons.
All my voicemails sound like this. Yeah, somehow in the spacefaring future, people still record voicemails with like a Nokia 7200 or whatever the fuck. Halo Wars 1 took place before Reach, and Halo Wars 2 was between 5 and Infinite. Jeez, that's quite a jump. So yeah, what's the deal? What happened in Halo Wars 2? Why are the Banished why do the Banished why do they have all the juice? Why are they so mean? Fine. A lot of roids. Space roids. Master Chief, the Banished are back, and my god, they're jacked! Something happened to Chief. They've got our space steroids. Are you a good guy? I think you're a good guy. I don't want to shoot you.
Walk one more time. I'm ready. Let's go. Sound off, Marines. One less headache.
Did you just crotch chop? Everyone's so dirty.
Master Chief.
That's the other weird thing. The way that Fernando talks in the intro makes it sound like Chief has been floating in space for a long time. But like, the Marines are still alive, and they're still wearing like human clothes. They're dirty, but that implies what? That they've been captive for a couple of days, maybe? Unless they've been like just tied up to electro tethers and like fed. Wait, it's been 6 months? So there have been Marines kneeling on the ground in electro tethers for 6 months? And the Banished haven't executed them or anything? He was floating for 6 months. Alright, that's a long time then. And all he just needed like a car battery to shock him back into being awake? Oh, the Marines and Banished were on the ring since then. They only lost recently. Gotcha. Okay.
Killing Escharum is the only viable option we have. A power vacuum like that would destabilize the Banished and win us the footing we need to hold out until help arrives. I need volunteers, and I know I'll have no shortage of them. We all want a part of this. But we can't all go and leave Reverie undefended. So we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Drawing straws. Are you kidding, Griffin?
No, I'm not. This is the plan. A single strike team deep in Banished territory. Agile, quiet, on foot. It's the only way it's gonna work. This might be a one-way trip, so we need people to stay, or there won't be anything left to protect.
Just enough time to populate the ring with delicious beeping collectibles. I mean, it's fine. I like beeping collectibles. So the battery was to restart his suit. So he was like conscious in his suit the whole time? Does Chief need to eat? I guess not. I mean, stuff like this is like, he's a video game character. It doesn't really matter. Like, you're thinking about this shit too hard. And I can accept that. But like, some parts of the lore sort of invite you to think about Halo as a practical and real science fiction setting. Other parts do not. He was locked in the suit, and it was in survival mode. To get the Chief out or functioning again, they had to restart the suit. Oh, okay. Alright. Here comes Battlefield. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Try to tag him in the air. Shit, shit. Boink. I do like seeing the little shield flash. There's a skull in the waterfall where you found the audio log. Oh my god. I'm disappointed with myself. There was a waterfall and I didn't try to go behind it. That's disgusting. Do you think the suit is green? Because Xbox is green. What the fuck, 343? How could you do this to me? Doing a second run for skills? No, I never finished the campaign. Oh, it's like halfway up. All right. Game literally opens the same way Halo 3 does, frozen and stuck and waiting to be activated again. Oh, I don't remember that in Halo 3. I just remember him like plowing down into the planet and getting up and being like, rah, time to kill some aliens. And then you do. And it rules. Gotta go save my robot girlfriend. Rah. Angry sound. Oh, okay, that's the sound of a skull. Alright. Thanks for the point out. I'm gonna park my plane. I'll put it down here. Oh, there you are. He had his suit shut down there too. They were juicing him up after the fall. Oh, I don't remember that. All right. So, just like Goku and Superman, Master Chief has to take naps when he gets his ass beat. Yeah, Chief eats another skull, just crunches into it like it's a big rock candy. That's fun. Who doesn't like blowing stuff up?
Another beacon, another part of the sequence. Plan B seems to be working out just fine.
Ooh. Hello. He was aggressively barking. Hey! You're ruining the finish. I do like that click. Hit confirmation. Very pleasing sound. Alright, fine. Running away, you bitch.
This is a disgrace! Get the devil away, you wretched thing!
The little shields come back. There we go. That is so cool. Yeah. Grappling into a vehicle is probably the height of coolness. I mean, like, hijacking was always a really swaggy play in Halo, right? It was like one of the cooler things you could do in the game in general. So, putting a little dash of flavor on top of it with the grapple is just a really smart play, or a really smart call. Is that the disruptor? I can't tell what weapon is doing that. I think it was it was 3, where you could mount a vehicle and then plant a plasma grenade on it. That was pretty cool. I was like, oh, they're playing with the hijack and kind of like swagging it up a little bit. All right. I see this. I like this. Hijacking was in the E3 demo show for Halo 2, the one immediate attack. Yeah. Halo 2 had 2 gun. Master Chief kill alien with 1 gun, but Master Chief killed 2 alien with 2 gun. What? All right. Let's just get out of that. Oh, wrong one. A better placement. Ooh. Hey, what's up, reroll stats? Ow. Ow. Ugh. The way they make Halo hard is they take away your rocks. There's no rocks to hide behind. I guess they gave you portable rocks, though. You have that shield. That I'm not really using. I wonder if they're going to keep DLCing Doom Eternal or release a full new title like Destiny 2-esque. I don't know. I'm not sure what their plans are now. They've definitely hit a conclusion point with the story. The most recent patch added like horde mode and new master levels, so I think there's still a lot of room for them to like iterate on battle mode, and certainly master levels are just like a nearly pardon the word use, infinite way to continue to add official developer content to the game. And in a very functional way that does sort of extend the game in terms of difficulty and complexity.
Let's get this open.
I mean, if I were id Software, it's probably time to make a different game. Something that isn't Doom.
The Flood are ended. The reintroduction phase has begun. Countless preserved species have been sent back to start lives anew. Halo was the Forerunner's terrible and ultimate solution to the parasite's relentless advance. Designed to destroy all sentient life, nothing was allowed to survive. And we were sure that nothing had. We were wrong.
I like Weapon. She tries so hard. I only like Weapon as a foil to Master Chief. Having like a snarky, quirky weirdo is a really, really good compliment for Chief being so straight-laced all the time. But man, on her own,
See what we have here.
I don't know that I'd be okay with it. She's a good sidekick, which is, you know, what she is, so it works out. I don't think they designed her to be a lead. When was Bruce's spoiler podcast? Oh, that hasn't happened yet. That's in about an hour.
Done. We're gonna need to get 2 more samples, though. Sorry, I thought it would be easier.
It's fine. Are you okay?
It's nothing. I just felt like someone was, I don't know, watching me.
Chief just heavy breathing on her. And he just killed a lot of aliens. I swear to God, I see frame tearing. Oh. Huh. Huh. What? Why the fuck? Why the fuck is some of this shit turned down? What the f... I'm pissed off. What? Why? Halo, why'd you do this to me? What? Volumetric fog was off? Give me a fucking break. This is disappointing. This is frustrating. This is almost as bad as having a game turn your mic hot for no reason. What a son of a bitch. God. All right, there. That's extra foggy. Whoa. That's some good-looking fog.
Still have some beacons left to find before the Forerunner sequence is complete.
Can't believe it.
Which one's next?
I paid $3 million for my video card, and Halo chose not to use it. Horse shit. Open mic is way worse. It is. I just had a run-in with that. I was accidentally... Oh! What the hell, man? This game looks so different. With fog turned on. Jeez. Although, God, I can see the frame tearing. It's so bizarre. Not only is it borderless full screen, but VSync is also on, and still. Weird horizontal frame tears. Whatever. Whatever. Oh yeah, Strider, the NFT mod where you can shoot all the bored apes. I think VSync doesn't work right without exclusive full screen. I mean, it still does. Borderless windowed is just a slightly different, is a different display mode within Windows. And you're right though, VSync affects borderless windowed and full screen in different ways. Although, it's a bad idea to turn it off and see what happens. Just give it up, fella. There. Think it needs a game restart to play all the settings? Yeah, it might. Ugh, that looks even worse. So weird. PC gaming, everybody. They don't let you... They don't split away all your buttons, and VSync doesn't work all the time. The frame tearing represents Chief's fractured reality. Chief's reality is never fractured. Maybe his robot girlfriend, but... Have I been to the Crypto.com arena? I've been next to it. I went to a concert in LA Live, which is sort of the downtown entertainment mega center that has the crypto.com arena in it. But I haven't been to that venue since it got renamed. I did not get an invitation to the Game Awards this year, so. No, Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards, hosted by the crypto.com arena for me. Use your cybercloth for this game? Not really. It's not. I mean, if it actually lets you directly bind everything, then it would be awesome. But the way that this game makes you like toggle things before you hit another button, I don't know that Cyberclaw would necessarily be a good match. Some people were really upset it's not Staples anymore. Yeah. Yeah, crypto and blockchain shit is just really gets under some people's skin, and I get why. But I'm sorry to say it's not going to go away. I would like for it to. But I also recognize that's probably not going to go away. Man, that's dope. This is a really good skybox. As if Staples is such a good name, yeah. I mean, putting .com in the name of a physical spot, it feels a little tech boom, I guess. And I guess the subtext is like you're just trying to buy legitimacy, but guess what? How do you think anything that's legitimate got there? Paid money until people got used to the idea. Oh, what a grapple. See, like, there was a Spartan core, and that wasn't in a side thingy. And I just totally missed it, actually, the first time. Gamecom comes to mind. Man, that was early, too. That was, like, mid-90s, wasn't it? Okay. I can try it. Personal cloak. Oh, I like the cloak. That's a nice idea. Yeah. Military shit doesn't use all the letters because they don't have time. Too busy being military. My favorite thing was when Staples had those 10% off whatever you can fit in this bag sales. Stock up on art supplies. Well, that's cool. I did not know they did those. I actually worked at a Staples for part of the time I was in college. It wasn't the worst job, really. Paid pretty well. Aside from just being a job where I had to interact with people. That's never fun. And occasionally we'd get like the hustle CEOs that would come in with like all their coupons, and there were some people who like really are in the executive mindset all the time, and they would just like try to haggle and wiggle and diggle, and I'm like, bro, you're not talking with a contractor right now. I'm getting paid very little to endure this. Didn't realize this channel was a place to dump on crypto. Not impressed. I mean, I'm not dumping on it. If you want to find places to dump on crypto on the internet, you'll find places far angrier than this. Look at that friend here. Right there. Six years in retail, I can't go back. I would do it to pay my bills, but I would do just about anything before that. I would do food service before doing retail again. Man. Oh, you misread me? I mean, I think it's dumb, but I'm not gonna dump on it. Maybe that's the same thing. Maybe I'm just dumping. Crypto Bros taking L's as a hilarious Twitter account. The Schadenfreude of social media. I think about cryptos like I think about anime. It's fine if you're into it, but I think any level-headed person would probably understand why somebody else thinks it's dumb as shit. And to get defensive about it is not like... As much as I resign myself to the fact that it's a thing and it's probably not going away, I feel like people who are super into it probably should resign themselves to the fact that it's stupid. and people are gonna make fun of it. That's fine. Much like anime, you just like, yeah, I guess it's stupid, but it's what I'm into. You don't have to. That just seems like it's probably the best way to go about it. If you want to wear your, like, if you want to wear your Naruto headband out in public, you just naturally accept you might get a look or two. That's just how it goes. If you want to stand in line at the bank with your Konoha reflective headband. Although I will say Naruto is old enough at this point to actually be dope as hell. I've seen some pretty great drips with the Naruto headband, so I can't maybe that comparison doesn't line up. Does crypto have a real environmental impact? Yes, it does. Although it's tough. It does, and it has a real environmental impact and provides very, very little in real value in return. Crypto bros would say yet, but you know, there it is. The tough thing is it's all the environmental impact is basically packed up in Ethereum blockchain processing. So like with NFTs that are on the on the Ethereum blockchain, if you buy or mint or sell an NFT, wait, what? Certainly you're contributing to the load, but it's hard to say how much, and it's hard to say if that load would have existed if you had never done the thing in the first place. Can you rotate the map? You can zoom, can't rotate. Okay, so is there how do I get up there? Oh, digital? Yeah, I guess if you're approaching crypto with the idea that it's zero sum, and that if you've made money on crypto, then you've taken somebody else's. But you know, people, I guess the Fed can mint new money whenever they want, so it's not like the US dollar is zero sum, but you could make arguments about that in the general economy. And certainly people do. Can I just grapple straight up? Maybe I can just go straight up this stupid wall. Oh, I can. Okay. Who needs to navigate when you can grapple? Now this is a false equivalence. It's not nearly the same. And people really hate when I make this comparison. I'm not saying it's equal. I'm just saying philosophically. Right now, I have one computer that's burning electricity to create this video game, to present a series of still images that I create the illusion of video and interactivity that I am now enjoying, where I get to be a RoboCop running around on a ring killing aliens. I have a second computer that's also burning electricity to encode those video frames into a sequence and send them out into the internet. That's none of that. I mean, it's producing entertainment, I guess. That did not work. I thought I was going to be able to bop him. Here we go. In our digital age, all of us, I think, consume electricity for entertainment. You know, that has a carbon footprint. Grapple them, bop. Ooh, good idea. It's what helps keep you alive, so not a big deal, ammo. Well, what if a crypto bro? What if again, this is like 300% straw man at this point, but what if a crypto bro had a sick mom? Sick mom! His nana. Jesus Christ. These things have so much health. What if somebody's sick nana was in the hospital and somebody said, Chad bro, Mr. Bro, Chadsworth bro, we need $250,000 to pay for your life-saving grandma operation. And he was like, shit. I know what I have to do. I have to sell NFTs.
These guns are trained on. There is no
I have to make a new kind of NFT animal that people need to own. He goes into the room. He says, Nana, don't worry, I've got a plan. I got a plan. I'm gonna make an animal. Oh, fucking Christ.
Spartan, this skill was no challenge.
Chadsworth Browington. Without crypto, I couldn't sink 400 hours into Ghost Recon for a goddamn helmet NFT. Yeah, I love it. I love it's like, I mean, that's, well, it's the first implementation, but it's like, it's a helmet, and it's got a number on it. Yeah. Just like all the other helmets that have numbers on them. But this one is yours. You got helmet 452-3-2.12. There's only one of those. Huh? Huh? Doesn't that? Yeah? My hope is that the way that here's my prediction for how like gaming NFTs will go, because I think they'll be used in addition to microtransactions. Microtransactions used to be how they would get money out of whales, and to a degree that's still true, but getting money out of whales at like $5 a pop is different than getting money out of a mega whale for like $10,000 for one purchase. You already got the $5 a pop whales, but what about the whales who are totally cool spending like 20 grand on some like neon pants that there are only 5 of? That's the sort of thing where like ostensibly it opens up a new revenue stream for a publisher or a developer, and since it's a limited prestige purchase, it can't really affect game design that much because there aren't many of them, you know?
This is not how it ends.
What? All right. Artisanal microtransactions. Well, I guess they'd be mega transactions. That's kind of where I see it going, because the microtransaction model already captures the monetization. I guess the other thing is that they don't get with microtransactions is being able to take chunks of a derivative market like Steam does. So, it's kind of like the Ubisoft thing. You get your dumb helmet that has a number on it. You sell it to somebody else, Ubisoft collects like 2% of that transaction forever. So, when that stupid helmet changes hands, every time, they get derivative money off of it. Every time. Forever. That's the other vision. And then, of course, it can be a mix of all of those things, and probably will be. What's gonna really suck is when there's, like, oh, shit. When there's actual market data about what people spend on and how, and they, like, fucking companies zero it in real hard. It won't be entirely insufferable while everybody's experimenting, I think, but once it's been around for, like, 5 years and people know exactly the kinds of messaging that get people to buy them, that's when it's... Wait, runs can have shields? Huh. Office Space game? Yeah, kinda. I mean, Steam's been doing it, and everyone loves Steam. So whatever. Every time I sell a trading card to somebody, Steam gets like 2 pennies. Eminem has bought a ton of NFTs. That means it's cool. Eminem is very cool. Would developers get paid better at least? It depends. I think if there's like if there's an independently owned indie developer that comes up with a cool NFT implementation or a blockchain implementation, then yeah. I mean, Steam's been raking money in over their implementation with Valve. And truly, like, everything that everyone talks about, the bright feature of NFTs is Steam. It's just Steam is a closed system and a privately owned database. So, yeah, I guess. But, like, I don't know. How good do you feel that Gaben never has to work another day in his life? Does that make you feel good? There was a time when it made me feel good, I guess. And, like, all the developers at Valve, because they made some really good stuff. And I'm like, good. They deserve to take a break. I mean, there was that note that GSC Game World posted about their NFT implementation that they had to walk back real fast. But they were basically just like, look, man, we don't have a publisher. We need money. But all right. You guys are mad. Okay. They tried to put it out there, basically like, hey guys, we need funding, and we haven't sold out to a publisher, so there's only, we only have so many options. Man, I overshot like crazy. Is there even anything up here? There's got to be something like here, right? There's got to be. Why else would it be here? Alright, NFT's just a rich person thing? Not necessarily. I would say it's certainly a hobby for people that have disposable income. Purchasing, that is. No, it's not boring. These nuts rubbing on your face. Oh! Oh! Can't believe I got. You want the dev to make more money or the people that work for the dev to make more money? EA develops a ton of games, but it's not like that money trickles down to the non-execs. I mean, it might. I don't know what the average salaries are. But certainly like all corporations kind of operate under the same principles, which is, pay as little as you have to for labor, charge as much as the market will tolerate. There's no reason to expect that implementations of NFTs will be any different. Merely because it's open source doesn't mean that all the money will also be open. Or because the blockchain is open. Fuckers. Do these guys respawn? Or are there only so many of them?
He will not survive. He's firing this way!
Use the grapple, it's OP as fuck. I tried. Against the big folk, the big fuckers, it doesn't really work. I grapple into them, they get staggered for a little bit, and then they just kill me. Alright. I'm gonna go... There we go. Against some of the smaller guys, yeah. The grapple is very, very good. I don't know why I'm even coming out here. I just presumed there had to be something since there's this whole chunk on the map with really nothing in it. Nope, nothing? Alright, okay. They respawn everywhere except FOBs. Oh, okay. So there's actually no reason to fight them if you're just going somewhere in the open world. I guess aside from killing aliens. Killing aliens always feels good. Anyway, I don't know. Game economics is really, really fascinating. Let's see here. I don't work for EA, but everyone in the industry talks. We have a giant spreadsheet floating around the web where we put down our position/salaries so we know how to negotiate our better salaries when we jump to studios. That's awesome! Man, good for you. Reroll stats. Good for you and anyone who's comfortable being transparent about their earnings. That's the best. I'm into that shit. I'm into that shit, man. Don't for a second let any company like try to put their hat in their hands and be like, we just need you to help us out. And fuck that. They're not going to be there for you. Never. Oy. Especially when that company's like banking billions of dollars a year. God. It's insulting. How do you think work from home will affect the games industry? I've been work from home for 6 years and worry that employers will replace us with cheaper workers from less developed countries. Not that they don't deserve employment, but it may lead to job losses. Well, I mean, that... I feel like workers in the United States have been competing with outsourcing for a long time. In all kinds of information service areas. I don't think work from home, like, there's the human factor, yeah. If like your boss never sees you or develops a personal relationship with you, then yeah, I could see how it might feel more like you might be more inclined to replace this name on a spreadsheet with somebody that costs less. But I still feel like at some level of Jesus. I still feel like at some level of management that anonymity is always there, and somebody will always. No, Macho. This is just heroic, not legendary. Believe it or not. But that disposability has always been there, unfortunately.
There's a beacon nearby. We should check it out.
So, I think it's. Damn! I should have waited. I don't like waiting. What's the point of playing a game if you have to wait? Anyway. I think,
That's the human's vehicle. I'm throwing.
There's a beacon.
I don't see it leading to, like, a greater increase in outsourcing. And there have already been products that have been made and shipped completely work from home. So, and it didn't seem to result in a cataclysmic change in quality, anything like that. So I don't know. It's weird because it's tempting to think that companies would like reduce pay if you're working from home because it's something workers want more. But really, the truth is companies spend less money if you work from home. When you're working from home, you're burning your own electricity, eating your own food, and like using your own toiletries. And you're not, like, companies can trim down on their office space. So, I guess maybe they can claim less deductions in business expenses in that regard. But maybe that would lead to companies like wanting office space back, but I don't know. It's a cost-saving measure for the company. If anything, they should pay you more to work from home. But of course, they never will do that ever. Maybe some will. Not having to get liability insurance for staff insured on site is big too. Yeah. There's so many costs about doing business that in a work from home situation you actually push onto the employee. So it's crazy. It should be an everybody wins situation. The company pays less, employees are happier, potentially more productive. I just think it's going to take a while for corporate United Station, corporate America, to truly abandon some of the more toxic workplace culture aspects that it just doesn't want to get rid of.
Give me a second.
Middle management wants to boss over people? Yeah, maybe there are tiers of middle management whose jobs will be obviated. Since, like, communication can happen maybe more efficiently? I don't know. Oh yeah, Werewolf, you bring up a good point about being able to work when you're sick. I have a friend actually that I was chatting with, and she wasn't feeling too hot, and I was like, yeah, I guess it's harder to take sick days when you're working from home. I mean, she did anyway, because she's smart, and if you ever have a chance to not work, you should probably take it. But yeah, like the shared cost of having one sick person in the office that turns into 5 sick people in the office, that evaporates too.
Xalanin, a species previously uncatalogued. Xalanin, a problem that must be solved.
Capitalism isn't great. Yeah, it's not.
Makers know of them. How could they have kept this from me?
The thing that I wish had been...
Soon, I will know how to proceed.
The thing I wish I had come to terms with a lot earlier is that in a capitalist market, it really is, you gotta look after yourself. Excuse me. Your labor is a product that you produce, and you have to negotiate its value. And if you let human relationships come into the equation, and the shitty thing is a lot of companies will try that. They'll try to commodify the relationships so they pay you less or get you more emotionally invested or motivated in your work than they're paying you to actually be. But it's on the individual to keep things professional. I'm gonna shoot it.
Status. Status. What happened?
He tried to shoot it.
Chief.
Whatever digital hollow thing
Something pushed back.
hurt his friend.
Scanned me.
He was like, I'm gonna shoot it.
It's gone now.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Probably some sort of security protocol. It's nothing. Let's go get the last one.
Not believing people when they say they are looking out for you. The second one is hardest. Yeah, because honestly, sometimes it's true. Sort of. It's true to a point. There are people who will like try their best to do the right thing for the people working with them or in the groups that they manage. There are really those people, you know. People have emotions and people are still good. And people still believe that like work can be a positive thing. But with the way that like companies work, that doesn't always hold water. There's going to be a layer of management in nearly every company that's so far removed from other layers of workers that they just don't think about it, don't care, they're emotionally disconnected, or they're just totally bought into the notion that like they deserve to be where they are.
Something scared
and
me.
Employees elsewhere in the company are labor products, and that's just how it goes. So
Probably.
Or not.
Really?
So it's one of those like,
Don't worry. We can
I would
handle it.
like I wouldn't. Oh, not that I'm doling out work advice. I guess I am. I don't want to make it sound like I'm telling people how to behave in a work economy, but I would say like believe the best, but actions speak louder than words. And if somebody doesn't ever actively do something to help, then the words don't matter at all.
Probably fine.
Probably.
Or not.
Really?
Don't worry. We can handle
Can't
it.
even move. I got a chip on my shoulder though, because I got suckered. I did. With a couple of jobs. Gave way too much and asked for too little. What really sucks is when I started asking for shit, I was made to feel like an asshole. Because of course I was. And I wish I knew it was a game. I really do. Aye. It would be nice to roll back the clock and have those conversations again. I'm a senior in college and the workforce genuinely scares me at times. Yeah, I mean it's an intimidating thing.
What happened in there?
I don't know.
I guess just
Something scanned me.
Just be aware that the entire system is designed, well, not designed, but certainly doesn't
Or not.
accommodates, I guess. The system accommodates, gleefully
We
accommodates,
can handle it.
trying to get labor out of you and compensating you as little in return. That's always going to be the tide you have to sort of swim against. There's derivative NFT discussion happening. Yeah, I would say like
Just ahead.
it's okay to well, I won't pass judgments. I won't pass loud judgment. Maybe just in my mind. I'll pass silent judgment on NFT like and participation. But for the sake of this chat and for the amount of time that the topic's been spent on, maybe accommodate for the fact that some people are just sick to death of hearing about them.
It's Forerunner. Looks like another ring artifact.
Plus, we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man soon. Spider-Man.
Let's move.
I'm excited actually. I had some thoughts about No Way Home that I kind of wanted somebody to talk about it with. I mean, me and Steph. Oh, look at him.
Sorta wrote a poem about us banished. Camaraderie, community, wanna hear it?
No, I wanted to hear the poem. No. Oh.
Today, we make
Is it weird I sent my resignation email to my boss and he hasn't responded? Maybe not weird. Your boss probably had to forward it to HR or whatever. There's probably a process. Your boss probably has to be careful about what they say. But you're in Australia, right? I guess I'm not sure what the hiring and firing situation is like there. or the dismissal process. Depends, are you self-employed? Yeah, that would be a little awkward, I suppose. Gosh, why haven't I replied to this? Did I step into the Spooderman convo? I haven't seen it. Kind of knows what happens. How bad will it be if I don't know all the spoilers? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I would say it depends how nostalgic you are. It depends how it depends how much of an emotional attachment you have to Spider-Man movies. Yeah, I forwarded doing some Matrix chat too, because I would love to put down some thoughts about Matrix. Actually, I was thinking about this, like, I just need to do more vlogs. I need to get over myself and just say more words on the internet. So, might as well tell everyone the actual correct and true take for Matrix Resurrections. I think I'll just jot down some notes and then just sort of freeform ramble into a webcam, and then let an editor make sense of it. What's an NFT? Well, I refer you to the wonderful video that Inside Games produced about NFTs for a concise explanation. I consider it a victory that I basically wrote a primer about what NFTs are and how they work, and nobody told me I was full of shit. People had other issues with that episode, but that's to be expected. Ah, thank you, Akiva. Yep. I think it's the one from last week. I mean, the thumbnail will make it pretty easy to know which one it is. Matrix game stream was a wild ride. Yeah, that game rules. I hear boops. I hear him. Who's a boopin'? There you a boopin'. Talk about Matrix first because I haven't seen Spider-Man yet. Well, unfortunately, the convo that Bruce wanted to have was about Spider-Man, and it'll probably be pretty spoilery, so.
I completed a perimeter circuit around that cliffside outpost. We confirmed the presence of Forerunner tech, the same ring-shaped artifacts we've seen elsewhere. The Banished are studying them, harvesting samples, sending them to God knows where. Spartan Rosado and I were curious where they were going, so we kind of sort of hijacked the Banished transport they've been loading up. Autopilot's taking us away from the ridge to an unknown destination. As soon as we know where these samples are headed, what Asheron wants with them, we'll let you know.
I guess that's the really tough thing about audio logs in a game like this, is you don't know what order people are going to find any of these logs. So how do you establish any kind of continuity? So far it seems like there's kind of 3 or 4 main parties that leave audio logs. It's like, it's Atriox, it's, honestly I don't know who the robot lady is. Not her, but there's a very austere science fiction-y lady who talks sometimes about like requesting records and stuff like that. But like in normal games, you know what order people are going to hear things in because they're in levels that are in an order. But they can, you know, miss one or something like that.
As expected, it's another ring totem. That's the source of the signal. Looks like the Banished are trying to transport it off-site. They must have plans for it. Possibly.
Yeah, in the inventory they're all ordered and stuff, so it seems like the
Agreed. We need a weakness to exploit.
if you want to get any
and for that,
if you want to get any greater meaning out of the audio logs, you got to go listen to them in order
Get me to that control console.
once you have them collected. What? Another gun with bullets in it. What is this? Oh. 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 Oh dear. She's the ball? Oh. Oh, yeah. Austere Robot Lady was this installation's monitor, like the Guilty Spark. You find her being attacked, then dismantled and killed her earlier in the campaign. I do remember that. Okay, thank you. Didn't know that was her. That was that voice. Gotcha. Yeah, she wasn't around much. before she freaked out, and then I had to put her down. That's what Chief does. Bruce looks amazing. Great. Like, is he just especially handsome today? Does he have a new webcam? He got a new webcam for Christmas. Oh, is he wearing Spider-Man outfit? Okay, I'll see.
This day you die!
Boy, so many hit points. Not a fan of high-ranking brutes, or high-ranked brutes in this game. They're just unflinching bullet sponges. I mean, Halo's kind of always had those, but usually there's some like cutesy mechanic that makes them very quick to kill when they have like bullet sponge enemies like that. But it doesn't seem like there is one for those guys. Maybe there is, and I just don't know what it is.
No hope, no stay!
You can still pop helmets in one tap. They just take more hits and have to break shards first. I mean, and the helmets take a long time to get off. And I think it's more that they just have such sustained fire on you that it's really hard to drill their helmets off. I hear a doop doop. Oh, there it is. Geckos are so much less annoying with the grapple now. Yeah, it is nice. It's like a big target instead of just having to like nick their hands or their feet. Oh, hell, look at that.
Rosado, you hear me? I can't get a clear view on what they're loading into the Phantoms. I can get confirmation on the signal spikes we're detecting. You're right. It's Forerunner. That explains the high security. Good work, Jade. Suddenly less interested in what the Banished are transporting and more interested in the destination. Time to hitch a ride? Stowing away on that Phantom would be simpler than breaking through all that security. I don't like it, but that seems like the only viable option. It's a truly awful plan. Oh, don't worry. As soon as we're clear of Banished airspace, I'm commandeering the Phantom and coming to pick you up.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy? I did! I haven't finished it yet, but I did play it, and I really, really, really like it. It's a very, very good game. If you're into single-player story games. A lot of chitter-chatter in it. The Guardians talk all the time. But the writing is really good, and the performances are really good. I haven't finished it yet, like I said. And then the other disclosure I have to make is that I was actually sponsored to play it on this stream. So, hashtag disclosure. They have paid me money, which either did or didn't influence my opinion. To further complicate that, I actually bought the game and played it and really liked it before the sponsorship happened. So, you know, somewhere in there is a cogent opinion that you can figure out. Yeah. No, I'm chilling. Look at you, little guy. You got your little laser punchers. But I think it's great. I think it's great. It's like it is a feature complete, well thought out very good single-player story-based game. And there haven't been a whole lot of those, especially licensed ones with a brand.
As it heals, the war chief and his ally must remain patient. Otherwise, we risk...
Oh yeah, confused bystander. I did see the Cyberpunk rumors. They came from a 4chan post. I don't understand. Well, I do. Never mind. It doesn't matter, is the answer. Bloggers don't care. If people click on it, they'll report it, but...
But they were made for another purpose, which for now remains hidden.
Oh, DJ Smooth, thank you for the cheer and gifting a sub.
Mysteries, Cerritus. Mark my words. We will never have control of this installation.
No Pringles source, can't trust it. Yeah, Pringles was right. But, here's the thing that I wish more bloggers knew, but then again, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't care. So, it's a stupid game, but... People on 4chan make shit up all the time as a game. They try to convince other people on 4chan that the shit they're making up is real. And it's a game because winning means you've actually tricked people into thinking it's true. If people keep your thread alive, then you did it. Like, you successfully viraled people. And that's the whole game. And then when those break out and other news sources start reporting on it, that's like an even double win because you're lying. Yeah, it's Q, basically. 4chan is straight up like an incubator for misinformation. And it's part of the fun. It's actually kind of fun to see people try and lie to each other, and people on 4chan call it out, and they'll even evaluate things that are just straight fiction as whether or not they could be true, and sort of, they're in on the joke. But what's frustrating is no one outside that system understands that that's how those forums work. So people will take these goddamn block posts of nothing that's just made up by somebody and report on it as though it has any kind of shred of reality. In this case, it's exactly because Cyberpunk still is good SEO. People still click on it. So, it doesn't matter if it's remotely feasible. It doesn't matter. Like, the individual writers have no responsibility in conveying that information or understanding the source material. All they have to do is put up a blog post that says, expansion details leaked. And then they get a billion page clicks. It's another day on the internet. So, yeah. Santa Claus is real. It's science. Well, yeah. 4chan told me Santa Claus is real. Think somebody would do that? Just go on the internet and lie about Santa Claus? That's a lot, bro. Oh, he's gonna get me. Ooh! Thanks, Marine. Is there somebody tied up outside and they were like, yeah, get him!
High-capacity fuel silos currently refueling the transport.
Who said that?
If we destroy it, it'll take the transport along with it and bring this operation to a halt. I've enabled a system-wide security lift. Find a way to raise that silo.
Thanks, Chief. They're gonna pay for that. Chief's got point. Damn right. Let's finish this fight.
Ooh. Oh, they said the thing! Alright, fine. You get to have that.
What's going on, sir?
Don't talk over the music.
We got better things to do right now, Chief.
Wait, there's an epic battle soon? Ooh. Unfortunately, I won't have time. I won't have time for that epic battle. I'll have to wait for next time because it's almost time to chat Spooderman with Brucerman, who apparently is looking good. Is looking slim and fat. He's looking cut and thick at the same time, from what I'm led to believe. Yeah, I gotta step away from the stream and use the restroom. Prepare my mind for blistering waves of Bruce. I also, I changed my audio setup, so ostensibly my good mic now goes to Discord, which means I should sound better on Bruce's stream. Or it won't work at all. Or it will work, there will just be a lot of microphone buzz. So this will be fun. This will be fun. Eh. For no reason, I've decided to change it all again. Mostly, I just wanted to stop plugging in a second mic. Dumbest thing in the world.
This ain't how it's supposed to go at all! He's here to
Circle around me!
Man, Halo feels really good when you can just roll through rooms, but... Man, there's the slow down beep. What the fuck is that? Where's my combine? Where? Maybe I didn't get all the needles in.
I'm detecting an anomalous power signature from a console connected to the fuel silo. That might be what we're looking for.
Why would it have an anomalous power signature? Use voice meter. I used to, but it.
Artifacts scattered across this ring are key.
It is not always an optimal solution.
They are a link to this world.
There are applications that ignore Windows sound settings.
Future. Our control of this ring is only as strong as our capacity to understand it and the mysteries that it contains. Discover what lies beneath. No further delays. No insipid excuses. The only barrier between the Banished and our future is your lack of resolve.
Man, that voice is great though. So gravelly. Yeah, I had issues where applications would kind of ignore the audio routing that I set. I had applications that would just put out to speakers, and like they just wouldn't use Windows default or whatever. And then I would have like voice meter would like crash sometimes, but voice meter is a good program. Also, the other issue is that voice meter adds audio delay, a tiny amount, but any software solution is going to have a buffer and add a tiny amount of delay, whereas a hardware splitter doesn't. It's just electricity. I mean, I guess it's the speed of light coursing through whatever this box is, but that's a lot faster than the 150 milliseconds of delay. You missed a beep? You did? Wait a minute. Oh, there's this beep. And yeah, I guess I gotta touch this. Alright. Twirl the thing. Delia's twirled. Hang on, I need to use the restroom.
The silos are raised.
But blowing shit up is fun. Alright, no. I gotta step away for a second. Gotta use the restroom. And then I'm gonna be back chatting with Bruce about Spooderman. See you guys in bed.